Okay, welcome back, viewers. The Enforcement Directorate has cracked down on BBC India, slapping a massive fine of 3.44 crore rupees for violating FEMA regulations. The case stems from BBC's alleged non-compliance with the FDI rules in digital media, which required them to reduce foreign investment to 26%, something that the company failed to do despite repeated directives. And now, apart from the company, 3 of its directors are also facing individual penalties of 1.14 crore rupees. In fact, BBC is facing a ED heat. Now, ED has penalized BBC India 3.44 crore rupees. They have been penalized for violating FEMA provisions. In fact, BBC India directors have been fined 1.14 crore rupees. What are the charges against them? Let's take a look at the charges, basically, viewers, one by one, and what exactly is this ED action. Let's take a look, viewers. BBC India seems to be facing the ED heat. Let's take a look at what exactly is the case all about and what are the penalties which have been imposed on BBC India. So, viewers, let's take a look. BBC India, as I was telling you, facing ED heat. ED is penalized BBC India for 3.44 crore rupees, as we were telling you. And then they have been penalized for what? They have been penalized for FEMA violations. Penalized 3.44 crore rupees for violating FEMA provisions. Also, talking about the BBC India directors, the directors have been fined 1.14 crore rupees each. BBC India, remember the allegation being that they ignored the 26% FDI cap. The FDI violation, basically, that is the reason why the ED action has been triggered. The show cause notices have been issued in 2023 itself, viewers, which is what we were telling you, the backgrounder of the case, and it is rather the DPIIT FDI rules which have been flouted by the BBC. Adjudication order was on Feb 21st. BBC finance head also, remember, is under probe. That's obviously, as far as the probe is concerned, the BBC India, remember, had ignored, the allegation is that they had ignored all the compliance deadlines, and that's why they've been fined as well. BBC India's financial dealings, that is, the financial dealings of BBC India, which is in question. Now, obviously, as one would expect, that this has led to a massive war of words. The ED violations, which violations, apologies, which ED had cited. Despite of that, politics, viewers, has broken out. The opposition seems to be claiming that this is an attack on the fourth pillar of democracy. Listen in.
समाजवादी पार्टी बीबीसी पे हुई इस कार्रवाई की पूरे तरीके से हम इसकी निंदा करते हैं। ये भारत में प्रेस की फ्रीडम पर लगातार जो सिलसिलेवार हमले हैं, चाहे वो द वायर के साथ हुआ हो, चाहे वो न्यूज क्लिक के साथ हुआ हो, चाहे वो अन्य टेलीविजन चैनल्स के जो ऑनर्स हैं, उनके ऊपर एक कंटिन्यू 2014 के बाद एक प्रतिबंध और साथ साथ प्रेस को कैसे राइट विंग मेजोरिटेरियन रिजीम के अंडर में लिया जाए, इसके चलते ये सारी कोशिश है। और जो बीबीसी के साथ हुआ है, इससे पूरे देश और दुनिया में भारत की शाख को नुकसान पहुंचता है।
अब तक तो हम लोग सुनते थे कि राजनीतिक दलों पर ही ईडी और सीबीआई का शिकंजा कसाया जा रहा है। ये जो केंद्र में बीजेपी की सरकार है, ये पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों के साथ साथ अब जो मीडिया का हाउस है, उसको भी अपना टारगेट कर रही है। अब जैसे बीबीसी है, अब केंद्र सरकार को पता है कि बीबीसी लंदन वाले जो हैं, ये विदेश की कंपनियां हैं, इस पर हम ज्यादा दबाव नहीं बना सकते, तो उन पर ईडी और बाकी एजेंसियां लगा दी गई। वो सब भी सुरक्षित नहीं है। मतलब लोकतंत्र में न नेता सुरक्षित है, न राजनीतिक दल सुरक्षित है, न मीडिया कर्मी सुरक्षित है। तो सुरक्षित सिर्फ वही है जो भाजपा में है।
In fact, viewers, Times Now also reached out to the BBC World Service India for its response, and in their statement, they've basically said that BBC is committed to operating within the rules of all countries, and that they are based, in all the countries they are based in, including India. At this stage, BBC World Service India, nor its directors, they say, have received any adjudication order from the ED. We will carefully review the order when we receive it and also consider the next steps as appropriate. Bhavtosh is joining us live on the broadcast. Bhavtosh, we reached out to BBC and we've gotten a response also from them. Take us through the charges against them, why the ED crackdown on BBC India and what next for them.
Well, as far as this entire controversy is concerned, it started in February 2023 when the Income Tax Department carried out a survey at premises of BBC both in Delhi as well as in Mumbai. Now, those surveys lasted for 2 days. The Income Tax Department had said that BBC is being investigated for the international market price manipulation. Now, Income Tax carried out its survey. They handed over the investigation to the Enforcement Directorate. Now, Enforcement Directorate in its investigation said, and apart from the statement that has been issued, they in fact said that the FDI norms for digital media was kept at 26% since 2019. BBC had several verticals in the country from mid-20s, and these verticals, in fact, were in violation of the government norms. They had 100% FDI investment. Now, the money that was, or the profit that was being accrued by the BBC in India was being sent to the parent company that is in London. As far as Meenakshi, as far as the profit aspect is concerned, that is being investigated by the Income Tax Department. In April 2024, that's last year, BBC hiked up its operation in the country. They set up a new company called Collective Newsroom. But Enforcement Directorate said that violation will be penalized under FEMA, and that's the reason why these fines have been imposed. Apart from the fines that we have mentioned, there is a 5,000 rupees daily fine that has been imposed on BBC starting from October 2021 onwards till the time they will pay the fines. The option before them is that they can go to the legal body, that is, they can go to the High Court, ask for a stay, and then fight this case. But ED has said that the fine has been imposed yesterday, and they have said that they can fight before the legal courts. And ED has said that investigation in the case continues.
All right, Bhavtosh, thank you for joining us with all these details. Viewers will be shifting our focus to another